It's very elegant, very graceful. I love the color. I love the way it flows. It's almost like it's effortless for them to do this, and I know it's very difficult, but they make it seem very easy. And it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. There is more meaning to it than I realized. I was looking at it mostly as artistic dance, and I realized that it's much deeper than that. And I like that historical aspect of it as they apply it to their faith.
自己开业行医的富勒先生有近40年的心理治疗经验，曾担任多家医院的项目主任，在商业领域、教育系统和教堂担任顾问。
Well, it's very beautiful. It's very elegant. The costumes are just wonderful, and it's enlightening. It lightens the mood. But to know of the persecution and the people who are standing up for their faith, and as a culture that's lasted thousands of years, it's just thrilling to see.
夫妇俩对神韵演出体现的精神内涵感触颇深。
I think it's beautiful, and I think also what it shows, or what I believe they're trying to show, is that light overcomes darkness, and good will prevail against evil. And we have both in our world, and I think that that's what they're expressing.
This is a beautiful presentation, but we came because of the fact that these people are standing up for their faith and trying to let the world know that all Chinese people have a right to be free and have their beliefs.
It just felt very much like our own religious values, and so I felt really connected to it and to a culture that I normally don't feel a lot in common with, and so it was really, really good at the end, and some of the middle stuff too, it came up in the middle, and so I felt really connected more than I expected to.
It was beautiful. Neither of us really has any experience with Chinese dance, and it was wonderful performance.
本周末，北美5个城市同时有神韵演出。神韵世界艺术团在圣安东尼奥上演4场。新唐人记者蓝青、杨丽，圣安东尼奥报道。
12月28号，美国神韵世界艺术团在德州圣安东尼奥的演出给观众带来惊喜。周边城市洪多的市议员约翰·麦克奈利被神韵的音乐深深吸引。他曾经执教于一所高中的合唱团和乐队，也自己配器演奏多种乐器。退休后出任公职，被选为当地市议员。
约翰·麦克奈利送给太太神韵的票作为圣诞礼物，现在太太要求明年还要来看。
The music touched my heart. It reminded me of those good times and the beautiful music. The dancing was flawless. The costumes were beautiful. And yes, I want to come back.
原本是为太太开心，作为音乐家的麦克奈利意外发现了神韵艺术团乐团，对现场演奏赞不绝口。
Thoroughly enjoyed the orchestra, watching and listening, and the tuning and the Arhu. I don't know how to say it. It just, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yes, Arhu has always to me sounded like a wind instrument, like it breathes, but and then to be reminded it's not, and her technique on the last note where she was drawing and then pushing and there was no change in the sound was amazing.
麦克奈利对神韵音乐家的技能十分钦佩。
It seems that there's a lot of circular breathing going on. The winds never seem to breathe. And the music is written that way. It's there are pauses, but the music is written and it just flows from one to the next. And the winds melded with the other instruments. The whole thing, because you get the unison sound, but it's actually 4 or 5 different instruments on the same pitch.
神韵艺术团乐团以中西乐器组合编制，精准的配合让麦克奈利大开眼界。
From the Western standpoint, I had never really analyzed how much was doubled and because like the trombone and the cello and the bassoon are doubled, so they must be perfectly in tune.
除了音乐的部分，神韵的歌曲和故事也让他思考人生。
I was not as familiar as I am now with the ideas of creator, and was just reminded that it's a universal thing of we came from somewhere, and the words of the soprano song, I need to study that.
新唐人记者蓝青、杨丽、圣安东尼奥报道。
It was just so well done, and like I said, we loved the colors, we loved the numbers, and we thought that every single one of them was just even better than the one before. And we look forward to coming next year.
What do you think? I thought it was wonderful, and it was probably my favorite musical that I've ever seen.
Just admiring the beauty of the physical dexterity of the costumes. You people are terrific. I just want to thank you for bringing this to San Antonio.
I just love the culture. I love the beautiful, peaceful color, the messaging of your culture. It was just wonderful. It blew me away. I just love the Chinese people.
大卫·钱伯斯曾在空军和海军服役24年，退役后经营房地产生意，专门为老兵盖房子，希望尽自己绵薄之力。神韵演出让他大开眼界。
And the opera singer, I was so involved with her singing that I wasn't reading what she was singing. And when I saw that it was about our Creator, that we're all one person. And I just love it. I love it. It's no political statement. It's about what comes from your heart. And y'all are so cultured, and y'all have been around for 1,000 years, and how y'all are not free is what surprises me. Y'all are just beautiful people, and I would love to see y'all just blossom out like the lotus blossom.
新唐人记者蓝青、杨丽、圣安东尼奥报道。
No, the female dancers were beautiful. They were just they did really well with the jumps and flips.
It was beautiful. The scenery was beautiful. The way they would come in and out of the screen was beautiful. It just was very nice, a great cultural experience.
The performance, ballet and the dancing and the storytelling behind it, and it brings you from the beginning of time basically all the way up to the north, and it's very enjoyable to watch all the choreography that's there.
公司财务副总裁麦克·崔马克看到注重自身修炼的神韵艺术家焕发出的纯善纯美。
The performers they are extremely athletic and extremely talented. They have tremendous athleticism. You can see the gymnastics in it. You can see the power in it. You can see the grace in it. So it's very impressed with the way they perform and the way they carry themselves off, and just the way they tell their story. You can see the glee in the people whenever they're the performers whenever they're performing. You can see it's coming from within, and it's being expressed outwards.
看到神韵所弘扬的传统文化，崔马克认为人们可以从神韵学到很多。
I think you learn from it whenever you're watching it, and you can go ahead and enjoy the culture that's there. And you could see it, and it passes down traditions. As long as you have the arts like they have today, and it just passes along, and it keeps it front of mind, and it keeps it in people's thought process.
And I totally enjoyed being here tonight and hearing how much our cultures really are alike if we'll look at it.
伊芙琳·伯勒森曾担任卡洪郡的民主党主席，在政治、社区和教堂都非常活跃。
The last piece, well, it was bringing joy to us. I think that's what it was about as we saw our Savior there, as we looked up and saw, yes, the crippled, we need to help. And the other people that need help, we need to help them. That's what that last one was, that, we all love each other and take the time to help those that are in our way each day.
83岁的他看了神韵后表示，真正的美好即将到来。
This is the best decade of my life yet. The best is yet to come. I feel like I'm walking on air and ready for a new year.
新唐人记者蓝青、杨丽、圣安东尼奥报道。
I'm here because I truly enjoy an aesthetic experience that lets me relate to different cultures. I'm also impressed with how articulate the movements are, synergistic with the music, and just so beautiful that you feel at one with yourself, and just a majestic experience, once in a lifetime type of thing.
琳达·加特林曾在东南路易斯安那大学任教，后在瓦尔登大学担任副系主任。退休后从事研究工作。他对神韵演员的倾情投入印象深刻。
Highly skilled, first of all, but yet they have an emotional connection with the music and their own heritage and culture that lets them express very fluently and with great emotion the historical contributions that China has made, because it goes back so many thousands of years. It's truly an honor to participate in something that is so historically rich and so beautifully performed.
加特林认为神韵的音乐蕴含深意。
I think that each culture has a music that is the essence of who they are, and this particular music brings about a type of meditation and serenity that lets you appreciate who you are and where you are. It's very, very meaningful in terms of the harmony and very much on pitch. Very beautiful, very beautiful.
他体会到神韵不是普通的舞台演出，带给人特殊的感受。
I was looking for it to be more theatrical, but this is a very spiritual, meditative experience that leads you into reflection and appreciation of other cultures as well.
新唐人记者蓝青、杨丽、圣安东尼奥报道。